I was in law school when I started at Farah. I was an intake specialist my second year in law school. I would work 2 days a week trying to just answer phones and trying to get into the company. When I graduated law school, I became a case manager until I got my license. When I got my license, I became a pre-lit attorney for a couple years, and recently have moved into a litigation position at Farah.
What about your personality? Are you an advocate by nature, do you think?
I think that one of the reasons I like being an attorney is because I do like becoming an advocate for clients. I like to be able to tell the men and women and even children that, stand up for yourself, because this insurance company they're not necessarily the easiest to work with. And if you stand up for yourself, we're going to get you what you need. So I think that, I was part of the Guardian Ad Litem program during law school of being an advocate for children. I think it's just something that naturally has come to me, and something that I like clients to understand, that I'm here holding their hand behind closed doors.
Oh, do people not want to stand up for themselves sometimes?
I think it's a little bit intimidating to see the other counsel on the other on the other side. You see a court reporter, you see other attorneys in their suits, and it can get overwhelming for clients. They don't know how to act, what to say. They think anything that they say is maybe not necessarily what they should be saying, or what, they get nervous. And I think that most of the time clients don't know what happens, and that shuts them down.
But part of your job then is to bolster them up and explain.
Right.
These guys aren't your friend. They're not your good neighbor.
Right. They may act really nice to you in the beginning, but don't worry that it'll come out when it comes down to money time. So, do what you got to do, say what you got to say, and let's get this handled for you.
Right. And if you have to argue with somebody, you think you're up for the challenge?
There's always arguing with someone. My parents would always say that I could argue that the sky was green when it was blue. I actually really do like to debate. I like to argue. Sometimes it's just who you are as a person. I have a couple of clients within the last couple of years who I still get flowers from. I still get thank you cards from. I still, they call me to see how I'm doing, which is very surprising in this profession, because, everybody thinks it's a numbers game and I'm just a number here at Farah, which is not true. We really do care about our clients, and we care about them and their families, because, God forbid something happens to one of their family members. I hope that they would call me again for me to take care of them like I did to their other family.
So they reach out after the fact? They don't have to reach out?
No, they don't have to reach out. They don't have to send me anything. It's nothing that I ask for, but it's just that gratification of helping and hoping that they don't have something over again. But if they do, our family members, that we're still here to protect you and your family. I mean, I chose Jacksonville. This is my home. These people are my home. The Jaguars is my home. I chose to be here, and I want to represent Farah and my clients with dignity, and the fact that we are here to help.
A lot of people say that this is like a family, this law firm.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, being here for 5 years and being on every stage of the game, essentially from intake all the way up to litigation attorney, I mean, everybody knows, when someone's having a baby, and, we have cake for birthdays, and we have our little parties at the end of a quarter outside, and I think that there isn't a person here that wouldn't agree that this is their home, because we're here a lot more than at home itself. Yeah, so I have a couple pods how I work. I have 2 pods right now. When I was in pre-lit, I also had another 2 pods, but essentially I have 2 people that can come to me for questions if they think it's a litigation case, if they think that the insurance company is not going to play ball, then they'll come to me, I'll meet with the clients, we'll kind of evaluate everything, and then move forward from there. Yeah, so I have teams, essentially, yeah.
And you have more experienced attorneys who you can check in with?
Oh, absolutely. That's what's really nice about Farah is that every single attorney here is willing to help you, which is not very common in the law field.